What's up, guys, and welcome to a brand new video. It is time for my top 10 characters list, and it has been tough. It's been tough. I got to 13 characters and I was like, I was thinking maybe if I put 2 on one spot, I was thinking nope, that's cheating. So I've not done that. I've managed to get it down to 10, and there is 2 people who haven't made my list, and I can imagine people being fucking ballistic when I tell you, okay? And I looked up some other top 10s just to see it, and these were both from the top 10s of most people. So yeah, I'm expecting a backlash from you guys, but it's just how it is, okay? These are my characters, it's my opinion, and yeah, there's definitely 2 big names I know a load of people are gonna hate that I have not put in my top 10 character list, okay? Alright, before we start this list, I'm going to give you some honorable mentions. So I'm going to tell you right now the 2 people who didn't make my list and a few others, okay? So Sasuke didn't make my list. He wasn't one of the 2 I was on about. Sakura also didn't make my list. Neji didn't make my list. Orochimaru, who was a big like person on my top 10 list when I finished like OG Naruto, hasn't made my list. And one of the big ones who was very high on my last list was Rock Lee. I think he was 2nd or 1st. I'm pretty sure he was 2nd. Didn't make my list. And the main 2 who I know people are going to be angry about are Madara has not made my list, and nor has Minato, which is the big one. I know people fucking love Minato, and I love Minato. I love all these characters, but I was just trying to pick out why I want certain people in here. And the people who I've replaced, like you'll see, who are 10th and 9th are the ones who could easily be swapped out. But I just like them as characters, and I thought, fuck it, I'm not following the crowd, I'm picking who I like, so I like to hear what you guys think to my list. Number 10 on my top 10 Naruto characters is Tobirama, the 2nd Hokage. I think he's fucking awesome. The whole time, he came on since we saw him for the first time in OG Naruto. We didn't see him very long, so I didn't really remember him. But when he got brought back, he's just so fucking cool, isn't he? Man, with the fucking fur sticking out everywhere. I don't know what it was. I liked that from the off. And if you guys have been watching since he fucking arrived in the scene, I was just talking about how cool he was, and I loved him all this time. And you're thinking, why the hell is he ahead of Minato? I don't know why. I just seemed to like him. And also during the war, he seemed to be doing fucking everything. He was fighting with Naruto and Sasuke. He was just doing all the bits. He seemed to be... I don't know what his screen time was, but I swear he had more screen time than Hashirama. But this dude was just fucking awesome. And to me, out of the 4 Kage, I feel like he made the biggest impact on like the war arc for me. Okay, obviously Minato with Naruto is a different story, but for me, I preferred Tobirama to Minato. Okay, so that's a touchy subject, I know, but it's my list. Fucking deal with it. Okay, number 9 on my list, and if you guys have been watching since this guy rocked up, okay, you know I love this guy, and it's Onoki, the Tsuchikage. Since the Kage Summit, dude has been one of my favorite characters. I don't know what it was. I think when he just whipped out he started floating, and I was like, the fuck? And then he done particle style on Sasuke, who he should have died then, okay? If it wasn't for bloody Toby or Obito saving his fucking ass, he should have died, because that was epic. I don't know what it was about that move. Loved it. And then since then, I was like, this guy's awesome, okay? Love seeing him. And when he was fighting, okay, like with the meteor, when he just flew up, everyone was like giving up, saying we need to run, all that stuff. He was like, no, we gotta go, keep going, you know, keep fighting till the end, basically. And he literally stopped the meteor hitting the ground. Yeah, he didn't do much. He got absolutely destroyed after that. But then also after that fight, he also fought Madara when all the other Kage were down. He's the one who brought him back up with that like rock story. I forgot what it was, but oh my god, I loved it. He got everyone pumped up, and he got me pumped up, and he just made an impact on me. He could have easily gone behind Tobirama, but for the longest time, Onoki has been one of my favorite characters in the show, and it was hard to put 8 people ahead of him, but we had to do it. And yes, I want to hear, I'm just going to be on the premiere for you guys, so please let me know. I'll be watching the premiere with you. I want to know what you guys think to my list. Number 8, we're getting to the point where we're going to start seeing more characters that normally on everyone else's list, shall we say. And Pain slash Nagato is number 8 for me. Okay, for me, he was the best villain in the show. Madara was very close, but I didn't like how Madara ended, kind of thing. I feel like he was too strong, and as people have told me, like, they had to like write him off, kind of thing, and which was annoying because I love Madara. Okay, if I feel like if he didn't die how he died, I thought he could have kept going. Like, he could have been my favorite, but yeah, Pain slash Nagato, one of the best fights with Naruto. Unbelievable. Love the fight. Crazy fight. Also killing Kakashi. Can't do that, man. Can't kill Kakashi, man. I thought he was dead. Obviously, he wasn't. And just the whole backstory of Nagato and Jiraiya, and then the whole Jiraiya fight. That easily the best arc for me. I don't know. I wouldn't say easily. I loved the war arc. The war arc had so many cool moments, but just the Pain arc, I don't know what it was. It was just never-ending good stuff, from the Jiraiya to the fight, and then Naruto versus them. Loved it. It was crazy good, and obviously seeing when he turned and came back as like a reincarnated person, it was pretty awesome to see as well. But he was the best villain in my eyes, and yeah, he had to make my list. So my number one from, what's it called, OG Naruto, was Shikamaru, and I had to put him back on the list. Okay, he nearly dropped out. Okay, and I feel like what saved him was the final few episodes I've seen of him. Okay, because obviously I've just finished Naruto fully. That's why this list is here. But with the whole filler arc with Naruto, and just him going to save what's his name? I forgot his name. Sai. Just them. I don't know what. I just like him. He's just an awesome character. But what made him stay on this list was the whole like Asuma like redemption arc, when he had in the forest the Akatsuki member with the whole lighter situation, blew him up. Loved it. And also after losing his dad, his mindset was all on the like, I need to help Naruto do all this stuff. Dude was awesome. Still love him. And if he had a bit more to do, he would have been easily like probably my top character again. He was like, it was him and Rock Lee. So Rock Lee fell off. He didn't do much in Shippuden for my liking. If he'd done an awesome fight, he would be on this list, but he didn't. He didn't do fuck all, okay? But Shikamaru has made my list. He has made both of my lists, so I'm proud of him. All right, number 6, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Jiraiya, the man who had the saddest moment in the show in my eyes. When he died to Pain, fuck. And then Naruto finding out, ridiculous. But I just love this guy. Ever since he rocked up, loved him. And ever since he died, loved him, okay? I am so kind of annoyed he didn't, like, they didn't even mention him on the episode 500 for Naruto's wedding. And I thought, you can't do that, okay? When they were showing the recorder, like, what's his name, with the video camera right at the end, yeah, and they didn't show Jiraiya at all. They showed Neji, like a little picture of Neji. They didn't show a picture of Jiraiya anywhere, which kind of wound me out. Unless I missed it. No, that annoyed me, but I loved Jiraiya. He was like I know everyone says Aruka, but I loved Jiraiya with Naruto's like relationship. It was nice to see Naruto train with him, and yeah, I just thought he actually made Naruto who he is today, because he just had a big old impact on him, impact on me, and it was so sad to see him go. All right, we get into the juicy top 5, okay, and I had to, this made him go up higher for me, okay. We've got Obito, Madara, and Tobi. Obviously, for the longest time, he was Tobi, and then for the longest time, I thought he was Madara, and then out of nowhere, it becomes Obito. I loved Tobi. He was just fun. I think he was generally the funniest character on the whole show. He just made me laugh every time he was on screen. I was like, how the fuck is this guy? And the Akatsuki member, his ability also to slip through stuff, I found it so interesting. And then he turned out to be Madara, which is another twist on it. He had the Sharingan and all that stuff, and this guy started the war, started all that stuff, and I'm like, this is crazy. The dude has literally, he's like unbeatable. You can't hit him, so how can you beat him? And then the reveal that it was Obito, beautiful, loved it. And then he went that fight with Kakashi. I still haven't done my top 10 fights list, and that is up there. It's either 1 or it's either 2. Okay, there's a few fights there's 3 fights I'm picking from, and it's up there. Okay, but that fight, the whole situation with him, awesome. The backstory, awesome, even though it was overplayed. Yes, I saw him get crushed by the boulder like 20 times. At the end, I didn't give a shit, okay? But no, I loved Obito, and yeah, when he gave his eyes to Kakashi, one of the best moments of the show. I love that bit, and how he went out as well. And when he raged, there's so many good moments, okay? That's why you had to make my list, okay? And obviously the three, like, other two personas just made his character so much better. All right, number 4, it's the poster boy, Naruto, okay? I feel like this could be, I don't know how people are going to react to this one. He's quite low considering it's his show, okay? But he had to make the list. He's the only character out of Sakura and Sasuke had to make the list. It's Naruto. We've seen him grow from episode 1 all the way up to episode 500 on Shippuden. The difference this man is, I used to think he was annoying, and then towards the end, awesome. I loved him. He had the best progression. Obviously, he had the most screen time as well. It's his show. He had the best moments. He had, like, most of the fights that was so good involved him. Because of course it would. It's Naruto, okay? All I can say is Naruto. That is Leech Naruto. Naruto. I don't know how to fucking say it, but Naruto. We've been saying that all the way through, and I know people hate it, but deal with it. That's how I pronounce it, and it's stuck with me, and it's staying with me, okay? But he had to make the list, and that is where he is. All right, this is where it gets tough. Okay, I changed these 3 people. I changed them around so many times. Okay, and then I finally decided that this is what I've got to deal with. Okay, this is what I've got to stick with, and they could easily switch places. Okay, and 3rd place was Might Guy. Okay, unbelievable character. I loved him. He took the reins from Lee, because I don't think I can't remember if Might Guy made my list last time. I think he must have done, because he's an awesome character. He's funny. That's the main thing. If it's a character funny, I'll remember them quite easily. Okay, but dude was hilarious. But also, he had some of the best motivational speeches. I don't know what it was. I think it's his relationship with Lee just made it. But what made it make him, like, he's on this list, and he just raised the bar. Obviously, he fought Kisame. Awesome fight. Seeing him open up the gates, like we're seeing Lee do it. But then seeing Guy do it was unreal. But when he fought Madara and then went into Night Guy, dude, that is like the moment. I love that bit. I can't say much enough. That, like I said, that might be, haven't gone through my favorite moments yet or my favorite fights, but that is up there. That is going to be in the top 4 at least, top 5, top 3. I don't know. It's there, and just because of that fight and how he was willing to put everything on the line to save his friends or like people he loved, and that's how he's on this list. Top 2, I feel like I've seen a list, and this could easily be 1 or 2. Okay, and number 2 for me is Itachi. Okay, Itachi Uchiha. This man has so many layers. His story, his backstory, one thing, is the best backstory in the whole show. Yeah, Kakashi's backstory is awesome. Obito's backstory is awesome. Pain's backstory is awesome. But Itachi's is the only one that I watched. When I was watching the back of the filler, I was like, I really enjoyed this. Like, not one episode I didn't enjoy. His character, he's just such an interesting character. And he's a genius, all that stuff. But dude had layers. I love how his whole story about him, he's the bad guy, and in the end of the day, he wasn't. It's just so smart writing, okay, and I can't say enough about him. I love this character. I love his design. I love the way he fights, and also the fight with Sasuke, beautiful. His Sharingan, I think, is the best looking Sharingan in my eyes. Dude was too cool, and I wish we saw more of him. I wish I could see more of him, but you know, it's wishful thinking. But he's number 2. I don't know what else to say. He's just too cool. Awesome character, and I loved him. And number 1, my man, Kakashi. My favorite character. This was hard because after the backstory with Itachi, that's when I was like, shit, I really like Itachi. But Kakashi, man, he just pushed it over the edge. I loved him, okay? Best character for me, just since we first saw him all the way to now, he's just been so cool. He's the first guy we saw with the Sharingan. I don't know what else to say. His fight with Obito, like I said, is up there, top 3 fights of the show with me. And it's just his whole persona, and also him becoming Hokage. I never thought he would become Hokage. Like, I thought Naruto would have been a Hokage for him, but loved that. Loved it when he got both Sharingan as well. I don't know what. It's hard to talk. It's easier to talk about the characters who shouldn't really be on the list, like Onoki. It was easier to like point out why he should be on the list, but Kakashi is so good. Like, there's too many things to talk about, but he's just my favorite character. I love him, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you can't like disagree with my number 1 pick. Okay, and also one of the speeches he had with Sasuke and OG Naruto is one of my favorite scenes. Out of both shows, when he was talking about like he's already lost everyone he's loved. When I think that's when he has Sasuke tied around the tree. I fucking love that scene, and it popped up on TikTok not too long ago, and I was like, shit, awesome. So it was awesome. Okay, but no, that is my top 10 list. I don't know how well this video came out, guys. I'll put it together and we'll see from there, but I fucking love this show. It's been an amazing journey, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here for the journey. And yeah, new show soon. Anyway, see ya.